Hey guys, so I know the format. It's weird when I do this format, but first off, come here, bub. Everyone, say hey, Adam. Everyone loves Adam. They really do. They're like, he is so handsome. He is so handsome. Yes, he is, and he loves his grandpa. Mwah. Except for when he doesn't. Adam, are you a sweet boy? So I have to say, finally, uh, a weight has been feels like it's been lifted, and I feel a whole lot better. It's like, well, John, you came in with a bit of a pep in your step. So what's the dealio? Well, for anyone who doesn't know, because I really didn't talk about this, I have had a job in 8 months. No job. I had two jobs, and then I had no jobs. I left the factory in June, and then the next day, while I was taking care of June, I let my landlady know. She was like, "Oh, well, we're gonna put June into a nursing home for a month, for the summertime, and we just need a break." And I'm like, "Okay, well, when she comes back, if I can get like 15, 20 hours a week, that'd be great." And she took like 8 seconds to respond to it. She's like, "We'll figure it out." 3 months goes by, I don't hear anything, and then all of a sudden, I ask her at the end of September because I saw them leaving. And then she just says that, oh, well, we had a financial issue come up. It's like, okay, well, why didn't you tell me about this financial issue like 3 months ago? So I haven't had a job in months. I've been busting my ass trying to find one, filling out applications, being rejected because I'm way too overqualified for most jobs. Like, what do you mean overqualified? Well, when you're filling out for retail or fast food or whatever, the fact that I was a caterer, the fact that I have factory experience, the fact that I was a CNA, all these are good paying jobs. So they pretty much think, oh, well, why would he want to do this job making minimum wage when he could do that job? So I am overqualified. I have such amazing experience on my resume. I remember I had an interview with the hotel up there on the hill, and the guy was like, "It's very impressive, a resume you have." And he said, given my age, how I'm close to 40, he's like, "I looked at your resume. It's very impressive." I'm like, "Well, I just try to be as well rounded as possible. A little bit of this, a little bit of that." I've had factory work. I've worked at SeaWorld. I have fast food work, grocery store work, CNA. I've worked at a freaking pizzeria on the Jersey Shore. You know, but yeah, I'm going to be. I'm sure you're wondering what the job's going to be. I am going to be an artiste, or as they call it, a subway artist. Yeah, it's just gonna be Subway. Um, it's actually the Subway that's right next door to the Dollar General that I used to work at. I used to go there all the time, order order myself a Adam. You ordered yourself an Adam. No, ordered myself one of those nice Italian subs with extra cheese and meat. That's it was so good. I could eat. Sometimes I would order two of them, and I'd sit there on my break and just, back when subs, the $5 footlong was, $5. Adam, why are you being so annoying for Grandpa right now? You do this every time I record. Oh yeah, now you're purring like a whore. Mwah, mwah. I know. Go hang out with Sam. Also, Sam is in here. So handsome. Um, but yeah, so it's gonna be it's not $9 an hour, which is great. It's part-time, which is good for me because I'm old and my body doesn't work the way it should anymore. So it's like 25 hours a week, so like what, 3 days? Um, so it's not a lot. It'll be about what, $1,000 a month or so, but that's more than enough to pay my rent, pay my internet bill. Uh, Finally, I can start getting some of these little bastards fixed. So I don't have to eat ramen anymore. For the last several months, I've basically been surviving on ramen and not eating at all. So, although yesterday I had about 3 interviews, and I went to Lowe's because I had a Lowe's interview, and afterwards we were finishing up, and the guy said something about how he was about to head out to get something to eat. I'm like, I know, I'm freaking starving. I'm like, do you know if Pizza Hut is still doing the buffet or whatever? He's like, I have no idea. I'm like, cause I really want Pizza Hut. I want to stuff my face. I have not been to Pizza Hut in a while, and I haven't had food in a while. It's all been ramen. So I went to Pizza Hut and did the buffet. And I sat there for like 2 hours, and I had two whole pizzas worth, which pathetic. It's pathetic. I used to be able to eat so much more than that. So much more than that. Two whole pizzas is not. That's nothing. That's nothing. When I used to work at SeaWorld, I was eating 3 pizzas by myself. You know, I on days off, I'd order pizza and from Pizza Hut because they'd have the order online for $8 each, and yeah, I'd eat like all 3 of them in one sitting because it's like I was working like 17-hour days and I was spending and wasting so much energy. You know, so I'd eat 3 pizzas on my own back then, but now it's like I ate 2 pizzas and I'm like, ugh. I don't know. Maybe it was the fact that I really wasn't, rhyme or reason. I was just kind of in there to waste time. So if I was in there to specifically enjoy it, I probably would have paced myself a lot better. But because I had other interviews to get to, it's like, okay, well, I have to waste time, but I don't have too much time, so I kind of have to, you know, you know, pacing is everything. Also, I like nice little gray hair sticking out over here. John, you're getting old. I know. I know. I'm like 150. No one believes me. Can I help you? Again, for the third time. What do you want? He's like, I want your big sausagey Shrek fingers, Grandpa. He's so sweet. He really is a good boy. Mwah. And the fact that he's like 9 months... what? Mwah. He's so playful. He really is. He tries to play with Roxas. He tries to play with Sam, Potato Chan. He runs outside trying to play with his aunts and uncle, or aunts and uncles. He goes out there, Grandma, Grandma, and Mama's like, no. So he's like 9 months, and he still behaves like a kitten. But yeah, just feels like a weight's been lifted. Are you serious, dude? Are you serious right now? Can I help you? Yeah. You didn't see it, but he jumped onto my back. But yeah, it just, it feels like it's just been lifted. Um, this is actually the longest I've had no job. Normally, if I don't have a job, I usually find one within a month or two. But, I mean, okay, so to be honest, it's like, I didn't know I didn't have a job taking care of June anymore for like 3 months. So here I was just kind of like enjoying my summer, like, oh yeah, she'll be back in the house by, like end of September. And then all of a sudden I find out, oh yeah, I'm not going to be working for them anymore and taking care of June. So from basically October, November, December, January, February, actually no, 5 months. I mean, it seems like it's a lot, but factoring in the fact that I didn't know that I didn't have a job anymore for 3 freaking months, 5 months really isn't that bad. I mean, I think my record is still like 2-3 months. So, people who won't say that I just kind of sit around and do nothing. Well, apparently I don't if I found a job that soon. So, but, Yeah, for 3 months. It was just like, oh yeah, let's not tell him that he doesn't have a job anymore. And then when I confronted her about it, and like last month or so, she doesn't understand why I got so pissed off at her. Like I went off. I'm like, it's here I am thinking I have a job, and you're like basically, oh well, he was asking for too much money, so let's just not have him back over here. But we won't tell him; he'll figure it out on his own eventually. She doesn't understand why I was so pissed off about it. Like imagine if a company did that. You're working, and your boss for some reason you're not on the schedule, right? And imagine your boss not telling you for 3 freaking months that you've been fired. Is that professional? So my landlady was like, "Oh, well, I don't see. I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't know what you're trying to say." It's like, do you not see the issue here of keeping me in the dark about my employment for 3 months? You know, but shows I do touch grass. I go out all the freaking time. I got interviews I'm doing and stuff like that. So, but yeah, Subway about like I said, part time, so which is fine. I'm not looking for a lot of money. I'm just looking for money. you know, Something to pay the rent. So 25 hours a week is perfect. They said a little, maybe sometimes less. That's whatever. So like 3 days a week, which is fine. Probably 8-hour days, which is fine. Considering when I used to work at SeaWorld, 17-hour days. 17-hour days. I would go to work and clock in at around 10 or so in the morning, and I wouldn't leave till about 2 a.m. And then I'd have to come home, do my laundry, because we only had like one uniform, do my laundry, stay up until it was finished, and then try to get sleep for an hour or two before waking up and doing it all over again. So, but yeah, it took a while, but and it's good. It saves me money because I was gonna have to I was gonna have interviews on Tuesday that I had to get to, but it's like, well, I can cancel those because this isn't I mean, I already filled out the onboarding the onboarding stuff, my bank account stuff, and right through the manual type thing, and signed and this and that. So it's not like, oh, he may get it. No, I had an interview on the phone and was immediately hired. So because I have a great personality, and she's like, well, I don't see why you'd have a problem working customer service, you know. Um, but yeah, so weight lifted. I just got my taxes back, which isn't a lot. So I think I might go out and get some actual food for once. Actual food. Treat myself because I've been eating ramen for the past several months. So, anyway, that's going to do it for me. That's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.